Hi everybody, Cam Sweet here from the Garage Connection Central Digger Supply, coming to you today with a another one of these kind of machine overview type videos. This one happens to be the SDA-140W. I have no idea what that means. Maybe that's sit down. Either way, this is kind of an oddball one. There's only a couple of these that have been out at the auctions. I lost my chance to get one, and I said I'm never going to let that happen again. And to be honest with you, I kind of wish that I had. But at any rate, this is like a different design of some of the sit-down skids that you've seen. Some of them got tracks, right? This one's got wheels. I'm kind of undecided on this if this is worth it. But we're going to go over the machine, kind of some of its quirks, some of its features, and then take it for a little spin, and I'll let you be the judge of if this is worthy of a purchase or not. The good news is I didn't spend a lot of money on it, which is fantastic because I don't think I'm going to be able to sell it for a lot of money. So stay tuned. This thing's kind of insane. Essentially what we have here is a chassis that has 4 drive motors. There's no chains connecting any of the drive apparatus together. So 4 independent drive motors. Obviously they're paired up side to side, and then we have a Ratto single cylinder gas engine out back with an oil cooler mounted on kind of the tail there, and the very normal mini skid control layout up top here, where we have the 2 sticks to control our movement as well as our bucket and arm control. And then we have the sit-down configuration, which obviously is different than the stand-up ones. Now, you would think that maybe, the sit-down configuration, it'd be a little bit more comfortable for maybe some users that are their mobility is a concern. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it is not more comfortable, and I'm going to show you why it's not comfortable with myself here. All right, so I'm 5'10", about 180. Getting into the seat, you got kind of 2 choices. You've got this side where you have the throttle, and then you have this side where you have all your gauges and stuff, and there's open access to it, but it's not the easiest thing to kind of get yourself into. Coming from this side, yeah, it's a little bit easier, but you kind of drag your leg across the sharp metal, and that's not really a comfortable solution. The other thing is the seat itself. It's the standard seat that you're going to find on most of these machines, but it's tapped out all the way back, so because you're up against the tail here. And now again, I'm not the tallest person in the world, and I cannot sit comfortably. My knees are a 1/4 of an inch away from, metric, so my knees are like 4.5, 5 millimeter away from the dashboard here. And one big bump, you're going to knee that dashboard, and probably after the second one you're going to want to light the thing on fire. Other than that, it's not like awful to be in. Admittedly, the stand-on one's kind of nice. There's plenty of headroom, I'll tell you that right now. And I don't know, it's a weird feeling. It's kind of like it's kind of awkward. Now we're going to talk briefly about the visibility on this machine, and what I'm going to try to do is give you a bird's eye view of what I can see right now. So let's take a look at that. So I'll give you the kind of the bird's eye view here. So the phone's basically pressed against my nose. So this is what you're able to see when you're on this machine. Now, I'm not like artificially holding the phone low or nothing like that, right? I'm right here. Nothing's changing. So this is your visibility right here. You really can't, I'm looking down like this sort of. So for me to see the bucket, I got to lean way over to get a glimpse of that bucket. Now, out the sides of the machine, again, this is our visibility. You really can't see the tires until you damn near run over something. Same thing on this side. And then out back, this is like the hinged rear cover here. When you put that down, or when you put that on there, you can't really see what's behind you. So major drawback about this machine is just a complete lack of visibility, and you're always having to reposition. So we'll take a look at the kind of the mechanical side of the house, right? We mentioned all the controls up here. No surprises there. Now we fold the seat forward, because it is hinged, but you can't let it go because it slams back on you. So you got to hold that up. The components inside of here are very, very familiar to any of us who've been around this for a while. You got a drive motor right there. You got another drive motor down there. We got the standard 2-pump arrangement that all these mini skids are pretty much coming with. Here we have our pump suction, which that is quite a setup there. It seems to work, but I can't say that I've seen something like that before. And then we got a return filter over there coming from the cooler and whatnot. And then here we have our Rado 420 engine. Now coming around the back here, okay, there's a couple of different panels on this machine that we really gotta talk about. This one is the oil cooler, I guess, cover panel, and it's held on by this nice little adjustable latch here. So this is hinged, very nice. You can access the oil cooler. I can't say that I've seen that particular model of cooler before, but I'm sure it works just fine. The problem is with the engine. So the engine is down here, right? And you would think, well, okay, this, we'll hinge this and you can access the engine, but it's bolted on. So even something as simple as turning the fuel off or accessing the pull start there would be a real pain in the ass, because it's just, I feel like this was made by Ford, it's just shoehorn the engine in there, and then whoever has to work on it, well, they can figure it out. So that's a big drawback on this particular unit is the lack of access. Now the ground clearance of the machine, it is up rather high. That's, the better part of 5 or 6 inches. But then when you come to the tail here, the kind of the Kim Kardashian look here where it's got the booty, it's not doing it. So I bottom out in the drainage ditches all the time. If you're at a completely level, flat lot, you can get away with it. But you do any sort of hills, we got these kind of BS drainage ditches here, and you're scraping bottom all over the place. So the lifting cylinder arrangement here, which the bucket's way up in the air. I mean, I can kind of put that down a little bit, make it a little bit more user-friendly. Ignore that sound. So the lifting cylinder arrangement here is kind of goofy, because this cylinder is it's pushing this way on the bucket to make it curl, but it doesn't really have a lot of strength. On the flip side, the lift cylinder here is very beefy, okay, and it's pushing straight up, but it's not very far from the pivot point. So the leverage that this arm has over that cylinder is pretty drastic. The other thing is kind of just the design of how the arms are. There's really no nice way to do it. It reminds me of like an enclosed trailer frame, where it's like cut and butt welded, and it's I mean, I guess they're doing the best they can, but I don't know about long-term reliability. Beyond that, we've got the directional control valves here and here. We have our aux in the middle there, which it actually goes off the right side valve. Pretty easy to access, admittedly, a hell of a lot easier than a lot of the stand-on ones. So that's a big plus for this unit, is that can you get to the hydraulics easy. And then also down here, we have the other 2 drive motors, okay? Boom, boom, ignore the slop in that pin, don't worry about that. And then we have 4 lifting points on this unit right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Now, obviously, every machine is going to have its quirks, right? The big diesel ones are freaking huge. You can't get them anywhere. The small little ones tip over all the time when you go to lift stuff because they don't weigh enough. I get that. So I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer about this thing, right? I better not because I paid for it. But I feel like there's too many, it's trying to be too many things that it's not really good at any of them, right? So naturally you would say, okay, well, there's got to be a shining light at the end of the tunnel here. Maybe it's really strong, right? It can lift some serious stuff. Well, let's go give that a try right now. I got some crushed rock, and this bucket is actually the bucket off a CRT 23, which anybody who has one of those can tell you that the bucket's basically the size of like an ice cream scoop. It's pretty useless, but the bucket that this comes with is a full width bucket. So while this is not a very accurate test, it should suffice for this when we go to pick up some rocks, and you'll see the kind of strength that we have to work with here. So, you know, to be honest, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. It's not really easy to get into. It's not easy to drive. It's very jumpy. It can't really lift anything. It can't really push anything. You can't see anything when you're driving it. I guess, I mean, if there's a positive here, the ground speed is pretty good. I would think that if this had maybe a snowplow on it, it would be a pretty good unit. Maybe the tires wouldn't be any good for you because you can't really snowplow when you're kind of dancing all around on it. But I don't know what this machine is necessarily the answer to, but I think it missed the mark on whatever it was trying to do. I mean, yeah, it's cool, it's neat. I think the tires, to be honest with you, would look pretty good on my little diesel Bobcat thing, especially because the ones it comes with are like pizza cutters. But I don't know. What do you guys think on this one? I'm kind of at a loss for words. I don't really know what it does well or what it does. I don't even really know what it doesn't do well, to be honest with you, because you can't drive the thing. It's all over the place. So I hope this video helps you out, or maybe saves you from buying one of these things and then going, what the hell did I just do? I don't know. To be honest with you, I've never done one of these before where I'm just like dumbfounded by what on earth this thing's trying to do. So, yeah, the chickens don't even want to come near it. I'll leave it at that. So, for now, that's going to do it. Cam Sweet here from the Garage Connection, Central Digger Supply, thanking you for watching this video, and I got to try to figure out where to put this thing.